Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. Grab your favorite beverage and let's talk about some gardening books. Well, it seems like the last several times that I have been on here to visit with y'all, I have been saying it's raining. And again, it is raining outside. We had a little bit of a front come through. As a matter of fact, the mic may have just caught the thunder that you hear, or I don't know if you heard it or not, but I heard it, and Pepper heard it. She does not like thunderstorms. So these thunderstorms have been going on most of the night and throughout the day. I think we're supposed to get around 4 inches of rain outside. So it is wet out there. So it's a perfect day to sit inside with my coffee. And I thought it would be a good time I told you that I would discuss some of my favorite books, resource materials that I have, and today seemed like a good day to do that. And rather than just try to bombard you with 50 books over several different topics, I decided to kind of narrow it down, and these that I have right now that I've chosen for today are about gardening. It's various topics of gardening. Of course, I could have narrowed it down even more, but these are some of the resource materials that I have. Now, of course, is there anybody, I guess if you don't have internet, you may not use internet, but if you're not using internet, you're probably not watching this video. Most of us, though, we know the term, I'm going to Google that. And you look it up on some sort of internet technology, web technology. But as I have said before, I like to have I like to have books in my hand. Star Trek with the little recorder things that are the equivalent now of our Kindles and things like that people read off of. I own one. I just cannot concentrate on it to read it. I have books that I could read on my computer, but for whatever reason, my brain just doesn't operate that way, and so I cannot read off of something computerized. Maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just goofy that way, but regardless, I like to have books in my hand. There's just something about books that are comforting to me. I like to be able to stick in bookmarks and to highlight things and things, to put them to use if I'm going to use them as resource materials. Now I have, let me see, how many books do I have here? I have 5 books here in front of me. These are the ones that I own. I've checked out many more out of the library in the past, but these are the ones that I own. I'm not selling them. I'm not saying that they're the gift to gardening books, but what I'm saying is I own these books. These are ones that I use as resource materials. I think it's important if the internet were to ever go down, sunspots, EMPs, just the computers decide one day that, hey, this would be funny. Let's turn all of ourselves off and see if mankind can survive for a week. So I have these because I like to have them where I can reach and get them if I need them. These are various types of gardening books. This one here is called Book of Garden Secrets, and it's by, and when I mispronounce names, I'm so sorry because I'm sure I will. It's Dorothy Henshaw Patton and Diane E. Bilderback that are the authors of this one. and it is a book of garden secrets, and it says that between a handful of seed packets in spring and a summer through full harvest of fresh vegetables, there's a world of challenge and mystery. So this book shows you from beginning to end everything from planting them right on out to harvest time of what you should see and do, and some secrets of how to get better harvest. Of course, everybody has those little secrets in their books, but I found that each author, just like each YouTube channel, me and another person could have an identical topic that we talk about, but yet approach it from a different way, or have a different little secret of how we do things. So each book that you pick up is going to have something a little different in it. Now, this book, I have not used it much. I have not had it very long, but it does seem to be, it doesn't have, it's not like it has chapters and chapters about cabbages. I mean, it will have, cabbage, and then it'll have maybe a page about cabbage. But it is very, very informative. What I have looked at and reviewed, it seems to be very informative. I'm thinking I will glean, I will harvest a lot of knowledge out of this one. Now, this one is one, some of it, gosh, pardon the dust, people. Apparently, I need to go dust my bookshelves. This one is Jerry Baker, and it is Terrific Garden Tonics. Now, this one I have used, as a matter of fact, I've got a bunch of dog-eared pages in this one. I have used several of the tonics that are in this. Let me just flip over to see what, like here, it's a all-season cleanup tonic that gives you ingredients that are simple ingredients. This one has baby shampoo, has antiseptic mouthwash, and tobacco tea. Now, I'm not a tobacco user, so I would have to go purchase tobacco, which I'm not real big on doing, but for recipes, there are certain things that you can go out and you can do if you have to. So, blueberry potting mix, it tells you how to mix up those type things. Here's one, Hello Jello Seed Starter. So this little book is full of all type of little recipes and tips and tricks to help you save time, to help you feed your plants, to help you get rid of bugs, to help you clean, to help you prevent damping off in your greenhouse, to help you with transplanting. This little book has a lot of things in it. Now, these books, I'm not telling you to run out and buy any of these books, because rarely do I just buy a book. Normally what I do is I will find a book in the library. If I think it's going to have enough information in it that it's going to justify me paying money for it, then I'll buy it. If I think I'm going to get enough use out of it, I will buy it. Now, sometimes I will find books at a garage sale, like I did this one. This one is Lasagna Gardening. Now, there is always different trends of gardening that come up. Some of them are centuries old, but they just come up under different names. And here I am going to show that my German is almost as bad as my English. Hugenkultur, sure that's not how you pronounce that, but it is a form of gardening where you just kind of have logs and sticks, and then you put leaves, and then you put, um, compost material and all of this type of stuff, and then dirt, and then straw, and then you grow in all of that, and it will compost down, and you can just add to it. That is what I think of as a form, maybe the original form of lasagna gardening, because pretty much that's what lasagna gardening is layering different type of matter that will compost down and feed your plants. Ruth Stout, her type of gardening to me was the predecessor of what came about as being called lasagna gardening. But again, I think it's something much older than that, and it's just names change over the years. But I found this one in a garage sale. I think I paid 50 cents for it. And the way I garden, my husband laughs at me because every year my gardening is just a little bit different from the year before. I tweak things, I figure out what worked, what didn't, and what do I want to try. I'm always experimenting. It's like one big ongoing never-ending science experiment when I'm gardening. And I've done Ruth Stout's method. I've done the version of lasagna gardening like it's in this book. But over the years, I've adapted my own method, what works best for me. So, as I said previously, each book, you can find things in it that are useful and adapt it to your location, to your what products are you able to find. If this says use grass clippings, but maybe you don't have a large enough lawn to use or to have enough grass. Well, is it something you can get from a neighbor? Is it maybe you can't get grass clippings, but you can, somebody's cleaning out the duck pond and they have a bunch of aquatic weeds they can give you. You can adapt things and use them for your purposes. And that's why I think having a number of different type of books show you that there is not just one perfect method that is the end all of gardening or anything else for that matter. That's why there is not one cookbook. There are as many cookbooks as there are cooks and more, because everybody has their own way of doing things. Now, again, my goodness, I'm sorry, people. I'm going to be dusting this weekend, apparently. All right, this is called Supermarket Super Gardens. Again, this is a Jerry Baker book. I just seen it lightning out of the corner of my eye, so we may get some thunder here in a second. But this is using things that, things you've got in your home or that are very commonplace that you can use. Everything from pantyhose to powdered milk, different types of products and substances, there's the thunder, that will make your garden produce better. And there is even more thunder. And there goes the dog. So this book has so many things in it, and that if you used all of them, I'm not sure you would ever get done, because there are just so many tips in here of I've just flipped to this page on overwintering summer blooming bulbs, cool your sunburn, start a fire, make ice, boost herb production. I mean, there's just thing after thing after thing. And the way that this book is laid out is it tells you, for example, toothpaste, and then what are all the things you can use toothpaste for or in your garden. Now, who would have thought you could use toothpaste, be out brushing your tomatoes' teeth or something, but there's so much material here, and it's not like weird products that you have to go out and try to find. These are all things, sorry, you probably hear Pepper huffing and puffing in the background because, as I said, she does not like thunder. But some of the products that they're using here is aluminum foil, eggshells, aspirin, beer, laundry soap, molasses, baby oil, toothpicks. So you see those aren't, some type of exotic things that you're not going to be able to find. And the last one that I have here to show you today is Success with Seeds. It's put out by Parks, and this one is one that the photos alone, it would make a pretty coffee table book. Does anybody have those anymore? I don't know if, I don't even have a coffee table, but I grew up in the era where, everybody had a coffee table, and you always had the really nice book with the really pretty pictures on the coffee table. Either that or the family Bible. You had one or the other on your coffee table. You better not have your feet on the coffee table, but there would be a nice book on the coffee table. But this book is really pretty, and it has all types of seed information in it. A lot of it is flowers, but it also includes garden plants and all types of reference material on how to germinate the seeds, how to get them growing, what the seeds look like. Now, I like that part. I don't know if anybody has ever done what I have in the past of save seeds, because I like to save seeds and try to regrow them myself, but either not labeling them well, or maybe somebody just gave me some seeds and said, hey, here's some seeds for some what's it, and you forget what it was before you ever plant them. So it's like, surprise, you just grew, who knows, but this actually shows the seeds, so maybe you can get some idea of the what's it that you forgot to label, or that you just flat forgot what it was. But this is a good book. I've got it somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. I was trying to find it before I started recording this, but I've got a Seed Saver book. Maybe I've loaned it out, but I know I own one. It's a Seed Saver book that shows you vegetables, flowers, all different types of seeds on how you can safely preserve them, and how to gather them, how to preserve them, how to plant them, all of that sort of thing. It's a wonderful book. Maybe I'll find it at some point. Maybe it's under all the dust somewhere. I told on myself, didn't I, when I was showing y'all books all with dusty and stuff. But that is a start on some of my reference books. I have others. I'll break this up. I promise I won't make video after video about books. I'll break it up some, but I do think it's important for you to have resource material. I think it's important for you to have it where you can access it when you need it. I used to have a lot more of gardening books than what I've got right now, but I found out that there were so many of them that I wasn't using all of them, and so I passed them along to others that could use them, because that's just what we do. We try to help other folks. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, or if you have any questions about anything in general, if I don't know the answer, I'll make up something. I'll answer it, if I can. But if you have any comments, please leave them down below. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I would sure like it if you would, so you'll get notified when I put out other videos. If you have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. We are nearing 90 people. I know compared to some of these channels that have 9 million people, that may sound like nothing, but each one of you are important to me. I am so grateful that you are part of the Mountain Patriot Homestead family and that you choose to come back time and again to listen to these videos. I hope you do find something informative out of these, and I hope you come back. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.